Anyone know where she is this morning?
I will double check. One moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
Morning, Ethan.
Your Honor, I believe we're all set.
Okay, is she going to be present this morning?
I believe she says she's in, so I think we're all set. Thank you.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and call the case. Thank you.
Recording in progress.
Your Honor, calling the people of the state of Michigan versus Ethan Crumbley, 2022-279-506 FC.
Good morning, counsel. Appearances for the record. When you give your appearance, please indicate whether or not you consent to proceed via Zoom this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Prosecutor Kelly Collins appearing on behalf of the people, and we do consent to Zoom.
Good morning, Your Honor. Markeisha Washington appearing on behalf of the people. And again, we do consent to this matter being held on Zoom.
Good morning, Your Honor. Paulette Michelle Lofton on behalf of Mr. Crumbley. We also consent to proceed by Zoom this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amy Hopp on behalf of Ethan Crumbley. I consent to Zoom this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deborah H. McKelvey, court-appointed lawyer guardian ad litem for Ethan Crumbley, and I have no objections to proceeding with this matter on Zoom this morning.
Thank you. Good morning to all counsel. Good morning, Mr. Crumbley. Today's date and time set for a review hearing. Mr. Crumbley, are you okay with proceeding via Zoom this morning? You have an absolute right to be in person in court today. And I just want to know, are you okay with proceeding via Zoom?
Yes, I'm okay with proceeding.
Okay, thank you. As the court previously stated, today's date and time set for a review hearing under the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act. We are to have a review hearing every 30 days regarding the defendant's placement, whether or not he should be placed continue to be placed at the Oakland County Jail, or whether or not he should be transferred to the Children's Village. We did have a hearing on February 22nd, 2022. The court took the matter under advisement and issued a written opinion and order on March 1st, 2022, continuing the defendant's placement at the Oakland County Jail. And today is the review hearing. The court is in receipt of the People's Memorandum of Law following the hearing. Is there any additional information from the people that you would like to place on the record?
No, Your Honor. I believe that the follow-up supplemental brief does speak for itself.
Thank
that
you.
Would be all that we had.
Thank you, Ms. Collins. In defense, are you in receipt of the People's Memorandum of Law following the hearing?
Yes, I received it last evening.
Okay, is there anything that you would like to add for today's purposes?
Your Honor, there has not been many changes since the last hearing. I know there's an update on the education portion, and I believe Ms. McKelvey will be speaking to that.
Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. McKelvey.
Well, Your Honor, I just need to address one issue in the memorandum from the prosecutor's office as I received last evening. I think it's important for the court to recognize their memorandum still says that it's the parent's responsibility to provide education. And the section of the statute that they're using says, and I'm concerned that they just go over, ignore it, is that it says the child's parent, guardian, or other person in this state having control and charge of the child, which right now, and as of the date of the incident, has been the Oakland County Jail. And I just think it's important to keep that in perspective, because even at our last hearing, there was testimony that everybody believed that it's the parent's responsibility, and it's no longer the parent's responsibility. But with that being said, on Tuesday evening, I received an extensive email from Marianne George she's a senior assistant at Corporation Counsel. And it involved what educational plans that are available that will either give him a high school equivalency diploma or a GED. And the two paths that exist And I did meet with Mr. Crumbley at the jail yesterday afternoon to discuss all of this. And it's an issue that we do have approximately a month to deal with, as the earliest implementation of anything cannot occur until he is 16. And he will be 16 at the end of April. There are two options. She provided me a list that they are investigating of what they call either strict disciplinary academies or cyber schools. Unfortunately, he cannot proceed with that, which would be basically a regular school day, until the 2022-2023 school year, because as I know, I'm sure the court's aware, and everybody, that twice a year, every school district does, head count, and funding is based upon that head count. And we are past, obviously, the second semester head count. So for funding purposes, he will not be able to start a full cyber school year until next September, or this coming September. The other option would involve through the Michigan Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity, he would be able at 16, we would execute paperwork, and as his lawyer guardian ad litem, I can sign it as the court representative to implement either the high school equivalency program or a GED. And additionally, that would, once he has achieved either the high school equivalency diploma or the GED, he then would be able to continue in that program to be able to do some community college courses. Ms. George indicated that she has talked with Captain Vita about being able to provide him his own laptop to be able to have, a certain block of time every day for him to be able to work on that program. And the Khan Academy app that is currently on the tablet, he can use to supplement if there are certain areas that he needs to work on once he takes the practice test. And then she is also working on how to be able to have the actual test that he would have to take to be monitored. So there has been a lot of movement in that, and I appreciate all her efforts. And as I said, I did speak with him yesterday. He is thinking about what path he wants to proceed with. But the earliest that we can start implementing that would have to be after his 16th birthday, which is in approximately another month.
Thank you for that information, Ms. McKelvey. Ms. Collins or Ms. Washington, any response to that?
No, Your Honor, I'm glad that they're making progress with regard to the options that the defendant has available to him.
Thank you very much. And it's so noted by the court. Is there any additional information that any attorney wanted to present before the court makes its ruling regarding the defendant's continued placement?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you to all the attorneys. The court has been presented with a memorandum of law from the prosecutor's office. In summary, the prosecutor's office has been trying to work with defense counsel, as outlined by Ms. McKelvey, to try to get an educational program for the defendant to comply with the Michigan statutes that he is to continue with education, because he is indeed a minor. And it does appear to the court that that has been ongoing and continue to become a non-issue now, because it's in this court's opinion, at least I believe that the parties are working together to resolve that issue. However, the court has not been presented with any additional information or new information that will cause this court to disturb its March 1st, 2022 opinion and order. Therefore, the court will continue the defendant's placement at the Oakland County Jail. And we will set this matter for an additional review hearing / pretrial. We'll treat the next one as a pretrial as well, in the next 30 days pursuant to the Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act. That next date will be
Thursday, April 21st, 2022 at 9 a.m.
Does that work for all council?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, will that be in person or by Zoom?
Because it'll be another hearing quite similar to this one, the court is okay with doing it via Zoom unless any attorney has an objection.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
No,
No
Your
objection
Honor.
from the people, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I will see you all April 21st, 2022 at 9 a.m. via Zoom. Before you all log off, my last question, actually two comments. One, the court still has the binder from the evidentiary hearing, has been kept under lock and key in my office, but pursuant to the court rule, the court would like to return this evidence. So if the prosecutor's office could send a runner over to pick up the binder, it will be available this morning so I can return this evidence back to the prosecutor's office. As well as I wanted to inquire, has anyone heard anything from the Forensic Center?
Yes, Your Honor. Examination has taken place. We are just waiting on the report. I expect it probably will be another 45 days.
Okay, we will discuss this issue again at the next review hearing / pretrial on April 21st, 2022 at 9 a.m. via Zoom. Is there anything else from either party?
Your Honor, does the court intend to issue its own written order as a result of today's review, or should the parties provide something to the court?
Please prepare an order, but for this one, according to the act, it says that it shall be made in writing, but it wasn't clear whether or not each 30-day review needed a writing. So let's go ahead and have a writing just to be on the safe side. So if the parties could go ahead and submit an order with all the attorney's signatures, I would greatly appreciate it.
We will do that, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very much. Anything else?
No, Your Honor,
Thank
thank
from
you.
the people, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, everyone. You all have a great morning and great day.
You as well.
Thank you.
You too.
You as well.
Recording stopped.